Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about the biasing of transistor. So in that we'll be discussing with fixed bias, self-bias. First one is the fixed bias. So this is the circuit diagram for the fixed bias. So in this method, a resistor RB of high resistance is connected in base. Okay. Here the required zero signal base current is provided by the VCC power supply and which flows through the resistance RB. Okay. So here the base emitter junction is forward biased as the base is positive with respect to the emitter. The required value of the signal IB and the character IC can be made to flow by selecting the proper value of the resistor RB. And here we can see the resistance from this figure. Okay. So this is another circuit diagram for the fixed bias resistor, and here we have given all the parameters over here. So why the circuit is called fixed bias circuit? So the circuit is mainly called fixed bias because the transistor's base current IB remains constant for a given value of the VCC, the power supply. And therefore what happens? The transistor operating point must be also be fixed. So this two resistor biasing network is used to establish the initial operating region of the transistor using in a fixed current bias. So this type of transistor biasing arrangement is also a beta dependent biasing. Okay. So we know that what is a beta is it? We already studied in the in the previous class what a beta value is. So this is actually called as the fixed bias circuit. So here I told that the emitter diode is always forward bias. Is it? By applying the required positive base bias voltage through the resistor RB. So with the single resistor type biasing arrangement, the biasing voltages and currents do not remain stable during the transistor operation. So see here we have this IB is equal to IC by beta. Beta is the current gain. IB is the current flowing through the resistor RB. IC is the current flowing through the resistor RC. Okay. And when we consider the closed circuit VCC, we can write the equation like this by applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law. VCC is equal to IBRB plus VB. Or we can write as IBRB is equal to VCC minus VB. Is it? How can we take the RB equation from this? RB is equal to VCC minus VB by IB. So here, since this VB is very, quite small, we can neglect that parameter. Then we will be getting as RB is equal to VCC by IC. So here we know that the VCC is a fixed non-quantity and IB is chosen at some suitable value. And this method is actually called the fixed bias method. So from that we'll be getting the stability factor S is equal to beta plus 1. So here the stability factor is beta plus 1. That means here the IC changes beta plus 1 times as much as there is a change in IC now. So here there are many disadvantages for this method. The stabilization, when we compare with other biasing technique, the stabilization is very poor as heat development can't be stopped. Okay, the stability factor will be very high. So there is a chance of there's a chance of thermal runaway. So this method is rarely used. The advantage is the circuit is very simple one. We'll be using only one resistor RE, and the biasing conditions are they are set very much easily. Okay, these are the various advantages and disadvantages. Okay, next we can see collector to base bias. So this is the collector to base bias. There is only one difference in this circuit when we compare with the fixed bias. Here we'll be giving this RB in return to the collector itself rather than to VCC. In case of the fixed bias, we'll be giving this RB to the VCC in case of fixed bias. But in this case, the collector to base bias will be giving this resistor RB to the collector, which is returned to the collector itself. So this is VCE and this is VBE. So this circuits actually helps in improving the stability. Okay. So whenever the value of IC increases, what happens? The voltage across the RL. You see, this RL is a load resistance. If we write as RC, then we can say it as resistance across RC. Okay. So the voltage across the RL increases, and hence what happens? Hence the VCE increases. So this in turn reduces the base current IP. This is very important point in the collector to base circuit. What happens if the value of the IC increases, this will in turn this will increase the voltage. Is it? The voltage across the RL increases and hence the VC increases. This will in turn reduce the base current IP. Okay, this action somewhat compensates the original increase. So the required value of RB needed to give the zero signal collector current IC. So here the voltage drop across RL. How can we write the voltage drop across the RL? RL is equal to IC plus IB into RL. Approximately we can write as IC into RL. So from the figure, we can write ICRL plus IBRB plus BBE is equal to VCC, or we can write like this: IBRB is equal to VCC minus VBE minus IC into RL. So from this we can write what is RB over here, and that is VCC minus VBE minus ICRL by IB. And this figure we can write like this. Okay, and we will be applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law and we will be getting the equation like this. Okay, and from that we need to find out the equation for the IB. This is a very simple steps only are there, and we'll be just giving the Kirchhoff's voltage law, simple Kirchhoff's voltage law. From that we'll be getting the base current IB, VCC minus VBE minus ICRL by RL plus RB. Since this VB is almost independent of the collector current, we can differentiate like this: dIB by dIC is equal to minus, we'll be differentiating the IB with respect to IC. So we'll be getting like this, and we'll be neglecting the parameter VBE, and we'll be getting RL by RL plus RB. And we know that S is equal to 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta into dIB by dIC. Then we can substitute the equation here, and we'll be getting S is equal to 1 plus beta by 1 plus beta into RL divided by RL plus RB. So from this equation, we can understand that the value is smaller than 1 plus beta, which is obtained for the fixed bias. So there is some improvement in the stability over here when we considering the collector to base bias. Okay, and the circuit provides a negative feedback which reduces the gain of the amplifier. So that what happens, the stability will be increased. So it has increased stability when we compare with the fixed bias circuit. Okay, this is all about today. So prepare the lecture notes. Okay, thank you.